Do you remember the Hyundai Ioniq 5N electric car? It was released a few months ago by their high-performance N division as the hardcore version of their regular Ioniq. It was hilarious because it proudly boasted to having internal combustion engine noises and a paddle shift transmission, and it even had a rev counter on the dashboard. With the car in neutral, you could blip the accelerator, I won't call it a throttle, and the rev counter would spin up and the car would sound like it's revving. But of course, it was all completely fake. To me, this was the clearest admission you could get that sports car drivers want the sounds, smells, and tactile mechanical engagement of a proper engine with a transmission. Electric cars in their natural state have one trick: straight line acceleration, but apart from that are bland and soulless. And to have any appeal, they must be spiced up with fake noises and paddles to try and recreate what drivers actually want. Now yet another manufacturer, Dodge, has fallen into the same trap by giving the EV version of their Charger muscle car a fake V8 sound to disguise the fact it's electric. Welcome back to MGUY, British engineer and lawyer, now Sydney-based YouTuber. Be sure to follow me on the usual socials for more content, links in the description, and please make sure you're subscribed and have enabled all notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. When Lee the Macmaster was out here in Australia in February this year, we actually went with auto expert John Cadogan to Hyundai's showroom in Macquarie Park and were treated to a test drive in the Ioniq 5N. It was ridiculously fast, ridiculously heavy, and the fake noises and gear changes, while quite convincing from a technical perspective, were also utterly ludicrous in an EV. Take a look at this clip. JC is driving. It even went to the extraordinary lengths of slightly interrupting the power to the electric motor as you changed gear, like the clutch being disengaged. But at the end of it, I just thought, why bother? Just buy a petrol car with a dual clutch transmission and enjoy the real thing. Lee's comment was the funniest. He said it was like going to bed with a girl with fake boobs. But he's dead right. And now Dodge is going ahead with the automotive equivalent of plastic surgery to fake an electric muscle car. Dodge debuts an electric car with a V8 exhaust sound. Who says an all-electric muscle car can't sound like it has a V8 under the hood? Dodge, that's who. Enter the Fratzonic chambered exhaust system. Fratzonic. On the all-new Dodge Charger Daytona. Dodge says the patent-pending system brings a signature rumble and tactile sound wave output that will serve as the soundtrack for the all-electric 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona RT and Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack. The world's first Fratzonic chambered exhaust brings the raw rumble of iconic Dodge muscle to the next generation all-electric Dodge Charger Daytona, said Matt McAleer, Dodge brand CEO Stellantis. We know our Dodge enthusiasts want that visceral feel you get when you drive a Dodge muscle car, and the Charger's new Fratzonic system delivers the adrenaline-pumping spirit that they expect. It reacts to specific inputs and driving events, giving the driver a direct connection to their new Charger. Simply put, when you hear it and feel it, you will know it's a Dodge Charger Daytona. The Fratzonic name is inspired by the Dodge's brand historic Fratzog logo, the new symbol of Dodge brand next generation vehicles, and prominently featured on the all-new Dodge Charger. A prototype version of the Fratzonic chambered exhaust audio profile debuted on the Dodge Charger Daytona SRT concept back in 2022, and Dodge says it's been fine-tuned since then. Well, here's a clip so you can make your own mind up. The comments on the video are the best thing, however. Driver, listen to my exhaust. Also driver, oops, sorry, I forgot to charge my speaker. It'll sell incredibly well for the first 5 months or so, and then the sales will crater. In 3 years it'll be discontinued. The problem is there's no shifts. It sounds like it's at top speed no matter what speed you're going. 30 miles per hour sounds like 130 miles per hour. The sound doesn't vary with the speed and the revs and shifts. That's true, at least Hyundai addressed that problem with the fake shift. Imagine having to tell your friends that you paid extra money for an optional speaker that made your car sound like a V8. Should have named it the Cringe instead of the Charger, because that is all it is. Ouch. And my personal favourite? Or you could just stick a Hemi in it. Exactly. I guess there will eventually come a time, well into the future, where there are no internal combustion cars left on the planet. Everyone will drive EVs, or more likely some other technology, and they will never know how much more fun it was and engaging to drive a proper car. But that time is probably centuries away, as enthusiasts will make sure petrol cars are preserved and maintained as long as possible, and they will pass on their passion for proper cars to future generations to keep it alive. They will be a constant reminder to everyone else that, like plastic surgery, the real thing beats fakery every single time.